Hello and good morning, and welcome to the Coffee with Christine show. I am so excited that you're today. This is the podcast for introverted women who are looking to up-level their manifesting and law of attraction game and provide themselves self-care without feeling the guilt. So we talk about tips and tricks and all kinds of wonderful things to help you really start creating the life and the mindset that are going to help you succeed, but also find balance. So I'm so glad that you're here and then that you're joining me today. And let's go ahead and dive on into this episode. So good morning and welcome to the Coffee with Christine show. It is November the 23rd, 2022. It is just a little bit later than I usually do. It's 9:04 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I'm really excited. This is episode number 57. And this whole week, we've been kind of chatting a little bit about leadership and burnout and perfectionism. And I know that a lot of my women, myself included, have a tendency to feel like it's all or it's nothing. And we get into these cycles where we're full of energy, full of uplifting, full of doing all the things, and then we crash and we burn. And this is actually very near and dear to me. This is something that I actually have been experiencing this week. I've been experiencing a little bit of just energy energy depletion. So, what I want to talk to you guys today a little bit about is going to be how overcommitment ends up turning into burnout for us, and what we can do, a couple tips and tricks to help overcome that, especially as we're getting ready to go into tomorrow, which is Thanksgiving and the whole holiday season coming up. I want to get you guys ahead of the game to really be able to focus on feeling good and enjoying the holidays the best that we can this year. Okay. So overcommitment equals burnout. This probably would have been better about it last week before you guys started making all your family plans and all that. But before we dive in, let's go ahead and pull a card for today. I'm just going to yank a card. This guy, I like this guy. The Tower. Unexpected surprises and events, using the Game of Thrones tarot deck again. And the Tower, it's a big dark tower. It's the one that Bran was pushed off of in, was it the first or second season? And his little wolf, his little dire wolf is sitting there looking up at the tower going like, what is happening? Something not good is happening. So the tower represents unexpected events, surprises, things going in a way that we don't always expect. So that is actually honestly perfect for today's reading, because what we have a tendency to do is overcommit. We say yes to all the things, and then they don't work out the way we expect them to, do they? Coffee. What are you guys sipping? I am drinking Great Value, the little pods, donut shop with, why are you, sorry guys, unexpected events happening all over the place. Why did that light go out? Hot. All right, well, lighting situation will either fix itself or just gonna have to deal. So, unexpected events. What does overcommitment look like? Overcommitment looks like saying yes to things that you really wish you were saying no to. So, if you're a people pleaser, like me, you have a tendency to say yes and then say, you know what, I'll figure it all out later. And then things have a tendency to go sideways. It's okay. So here are a few things that you can look out for and kind of pinpoint whether or not you're getting to the verge of burnout. Because once you identify it, it makes it easier for you to be like, you know what? I think I'm just going to need a couple minutes here. So here's what overwhelmed and overcommitted looks like. Overwhelmed. So you feel like you're being pulled in 50 different directions. You've got the kids, you got the family, you got the food, you got the presents, you got the shopping, you got work on top of all this, and then you have to deal with the finances. There is a lot happening, especially the next 2 months. It's going to be a free for all, and we know this. So make sure that you are taking a step back. Make sure you're taking a few extra minutes of time for yourself in the mornings, okay? Because especially when you start recognizing that you're getting overwhelmed, don't let it boil up. Don't let it get you to the point of complete breakdown. When you start feeling overwhelmed, start doing a couple small things for yourself to get yourself back on track. All right. Feeling frustrated is a whole other sign of getting burnt out. You're losing your patience with people. And normally, when you have a lot of patience and then you're noticing that your fuse is getting shorter and shorter, time to take a step back, reassess, regroup, take a few minutes, take a whole day, take a week, take whatever you need. But you need to really find a good solid standing so you can step back into your patience. Okay. Disorganized. If you guys saw what was happening in the background over here, there is a lot going on. I'm in the process of going through things to go and get ready for a yard sale. So things are all over the place and it's driving me absolutely insane. But at the same time, that's what my mind looks like right now. That is a pure representation of all the chaos that's happening in my brain, and it's here in my living environment. And again, it's driving me absolutely nuts. But sometimes you got to tear things apart to rebuild it. So that's what we're doing here. And then one of the last things that you know will identify you as getting burnt out is you're exhausted mentally, physically, and emotionally. You're exhausted. You crash at the end of the day. You're falling asleep during work. You're getting to the point of like, you're in the car and you're just like, I just want to stop and pull over and take a nap. Do your best to actually find a little bit of time to take a nap. Honestly, when your body is tired like that, it's because you need the rest. And living a life of success and of balance means being consistent in how you're showing up for yourself. It means being consistent in the things that are going to push you forward. But it also understands that there's a balance, that you can't do all the things and you can't do them all the time. You have to be able to rest. You have to be able to take some time off and restart, regroup, refresh. And if you're not taking that time for yourself throughout the day, you're going to end up getting burnt out. You're going to start feeling resentful towards people. You're not going to feel appreciated. And these are all things that we can prevent by just taking a little bit of time and making sure we are gauging and keeping a monitor on how we're feeling. Okay. If you guys want to start 2023 now, which I recommend, getting your habits set now, getting your plan set now, getting everything ready and geared up for the holidays, I want you to get on an assessment call and we'll talk about what your game plan should be. I've got planners, I've got my books that can help, I've got my programs, and I would love to see what resources that we have available that will help you start bringing in the new year as a better, more patient, less overwhelmed version of you. And when I say better, I know that you guys are already perfect. You really, truly are perfect here in this moment. But we all want to improve. We all want to get better. We all want to be something just a little bit different than what we are. And that's what my programs help you do by a little bit each day. Okay? All right, my darlings, click the link for the assessment below. I'd love to talk to you guys more about that. Okay? Let me know if you have any questions, but go and live today with the utmost of passion. And I appreciate you joining me for your dose of love and caffeination. Don't get burnt out. Love you. Bye.